One question I get a lot is, what kind of animation are we going to use for the stories that Liz tells to Joey? Here is a prime example of the kind of animation that I would like to see. This is called 2.5D animation. This is a cutscene from a video game called Infamous. One thing they've mastered here are scene transitions, pacing, and camera moves. And the most important part, which is inferred movement. This is a great way to kind of give the scene life and let people know that these aren't just static images, this is a story we're telling. Inferred movement happens when I show you the before and the after of a movement, and we kind of infer what happens in between there. Another thing that we want to try to mimic here is the art style. Sucker Punch Studios uses very clean, strong, black lines, which gives it a very comic look. I like that look a lot, and I think we can use it. But one thing we want to try to avoid here is, you'll notice there's a lot of ink splatter or grunge effect around edges. Gives it a very gritty look. That's something we're going to try to stay away from. We're going to stick to crisp, clean lines and more saturated and vibrant colors. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is dialogue. This is an excerpt from a documentary called Men in Black, where they also use 2.5D animation. The way in which they have people talk in this is they just show a guy and his mouth is open, and then you have the dialogue overlaid over that. It works well. It works really well, actually. It's something I don't think we want to use often because I wouldn't particularly consider dialogue to be a strong point for 2.5D animation, but I think if we do dialogue like this, it'll come across great and it'll serve its purpose perfectly. Okay, so there you have it. That is a good idea of what to expect for the animation for the stories in the film.